Welcome back, dear viewers. This is Maverick here, and right now we're going to be watching another episode of A Place Further Than the Universe. Wow, we are on episode 10 already, and that means, after this episode, that's 3 more episodes until the very end. I feel like I've just got into this story. They just literally arrived at Antarctica, and it's already near the end now? Like, where... it's... I haven't even watched it till the end yet, and I already think it's criminal that this series only has 13 episodes. So, well, gotta make do with what we have left, I guess. In this case, I'm certain, personally, I'm thankful that I only watch 1 episode per week, so I can at least stretch out this a bit longer, right? Otherwise, I feel like this is one of those series where if I was just watching on my own, I would literally binge it in 1 day, and then I'd be very depressed afterwards. But anywho, we still got a story to watch. Like I mentioned, they just arrived in Antarctica. I don't know whether they're gonna trek there or whatnot, and we still have the entire mystery of Shirase's mom that we need to solve, right? Well, let's just get right into it. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Hmm. $78. So that's her weight with the boxes. Oh, she doesn't like to fly? I want to ride in a helicopter! Wow. Hey, there we go. Hold on a second. Okay. That's... So, I guess what I gathered from that is that the icebreaker goes as far inland as it possibly can, and then they turn into the various different transportation methods. No, but seriously, I want to fly on a helicopter. That's something that I haven't done yet. And also skydive. But seriously, I really still can't get over the fact that, with this episode 10, 11, 12, 13, including this episode, it's 4 episodes left. That they literally just got to Antarctica. So are we gonna get any of this at all? I would certainly hope so. And I want to see this, actually. Some very picturesque scenes. Alright, what's the Instagram? 25 likes now. Partial friendship? Hey, there it is. They are here. Yes, please. Wow. Hi. Really? They should record her sleeping. Hmm. So this space has literally been abandoned for 3 years. Oh yeah, that email thing from her mom. What is it? I think it should be stay 5 meters away, not within 5 meters, right? I couldn't quite catch the Japanese there, so sorry. Okay, I'm dying to know what the email says. Looking at this is fun as well. Mm, 3 years. Yeah, Kimari's gonna get sunburned. Oh, so that's it?
知り合ったばっかりだって。まあ、あの時は実際知り合ったばっかりだったし。いつの間に親友になったんですか？私が北海道いる間にそういう話になったんですか？いや、なったんです。
What? No, you're included, Yuzu.
とにかく、ゆずに隠して私たちが何かしたことは一つもない。本当ですか？
She's so cute.
本当に疑り深いよな。あ、一個だけ隠していることあるかも。でも、友達であることは確かだよ。私たちみんな。いつからですか？いつからって、なんとなく？まあそんなもんだ。友達なんて。でも私、一度も言われてません。友達になろうって。
She has some serious communication deficits.
いつから友達になったか。まあずっと待ってたんだろうな。友達になろうって言われるの。言えばいいんじゃないの？いや、ダメだろ。そんなの私が言わせてもやらなくていい。決まりは？そう、なんか大丈夫とか言ってたけど。あいつ気が小さいところと大きいところが極端だからな。
Is she gonna literally cook for her or something?
ヘルメット良いか？ヘルメットよし。青ひも良いか？青ひもよし。顔色良いか？顔色よし。足元良いか？足元よし。今日も一日頑張ろう。頑張ろう。ご安全に。ご安全に。
室内での作業だって言ったのに。むしろ外より寒いぞ。鼻赤くなる。省エネって言われたでしょ。中の作業は手短に。これで全部ですよね。あ、ありがとう。じゃあ次はこれよろしく。
Ooh.
クリスマスだからね。あったかそうな場所見つけて解凍してきてほしいんだよね。昨日から準備してた分はあったんだけど、ちょっと足りなそうで。あったかそう。私、心当たり。
Near generators?
じゃ、二人はここに残って私の手伝い。はい。あそこが一番だよ。危険だろ。考えても。じゃあ太陽に当てる？ほら、白夜だから沈まないし。いやー、鶏肉だよ。関係ない。それに食べるの？知らねえよ。よし、これでいっか。うん。それより、あっちは大丈夫なのか？うん、バッチリだよ。おい、本日のおやつ。
Yeah, she's probably making some sort of
まあ、
cuisine or whatnot.
そんなに重要なんですか？基地での暮らしに重要なの、何か知ってる？いえ。食事とイベント。限られた空間で単調な生活が続くからね。そうなんですか。
Who's never had a Christmas before?
おー、クリスマスケーキ。メリークリスマス。
Cake and beer. Wow. Seems nice.
嫌い？クリスマス。嫌いじゃないですけど。言うなれば誕生日のお祝いじゃないですか。それが不公平じゃないですか。誕生日はみんな等しく訪れるのに、ちゃんとお祝いしてもらえる人と。
Oh, I know. Kimari is preparing her birthday cake. Her birthday is probably near Christmas, isn't it?
あ、ゆずきちゃんの歌？
Surprise birthday party?
だな。風が強くなると外出禁止になったりするかもって言ってたしな。この前の話なんですけど。ああ、どうなった？ドラマ、やることにしました。本当？はい。いろいろ考えたんですけど、中には楽しみにしてくれている人もいるはずだって。そりゃそうだ。うんうん。それで、一つだけ皆さんにお願いがあるんですけど。これ、書いてくれませんか？
Friend agreement, friend contract. Are you literally in elementary school?
私一人きりだったからわかる。こんなことしても。キマリさん？ごめんね。ごめん。わかんないんだよね。わかんないんだもんね。
What?
食べ残し禁止。
What?
落ちたやつはトイレ行かせないからね。
What? What just happened? Huh?
パーシャル。確かにパーシャル。だからパーシャル丼って書いてあるでしょ。
Partially frozen rice bowl.
理想の展開。ゆずきちゃんはおかわりいる？きまりさん。いえ、食事終わったらちょっとだけ話あるんですけど。ごめん、ちょっと用事が。そうですか。
Yeah, they're preparing a surprise for her.
ちゃんと話せる自信ない。じゃあほっとくか？そうとは言ってない。ゆず、心配するな。別に怒ってるわけじゃない。でも泣いてましたよ、きまりさん。寂しかったんだと思う。任せた。放棄すんなよ。私、何か変ですか？いや、まあ変じゃない。私もゆずの立場だったらそんな感じなのかもなって思うし。ただ、友達って言葉じゃないと思うから。それ、よく聞きますけど、じゃあ何なんです？お前な。
Oh, she's so cute.
例えば、ゆずがきまりのこと好きだとする。それを聞いたきまりが言葉じゃ信じられないから紙に書いてくれって言われたら嫌だろ？疑われてる気がして。それは。おかわりお願いします。泣いたのは多分そういうこと。きまりにとってもうゆずは友達なんだよ。だからなんで友達なんですか？どうなったらそうなるんですか？それは多分形も言葉も何もない。友達なんて親子とも夫婦とも違うぼんやりしたものだし、いつ消えても誰も責任を負ったりしない。そんな。少なくとも私はそう。でもだから自由で、だから一緒にいられる気がする。
Mm.
メリークリスマス。ただいま。
Cheers.
おお、こんな場所にも良い子はいるのか。おお、こんな場所にも良い子はいるのか。
What the hell?
もう出し物の意味ないな。だから嫌だって言ったのに。きまりに言われただろ。
Yeah.
どういうことなんだろう。やっぱりよくわからないな。はい。メリークリスマス。大丈夫ですか？ちょっとだけいい？なんかさ、ずっと夕方って落ち着かないよね。一日が終わらないみたいで。怒ってるんですよね。返事ないし。だって謝ることじゃないもん。なんですこれ？めぐちゃん、私の幼稚園からの幼なじみで一番の親友。出発直前に絶好だって言われたんだけど、私は友達だと思ってて。返事あまりないですね。でもなんとなくわかる。画面を見てるとね、ピッて読んだよってサインがついたり、何か返ってきたり、すぐだ 時間が空いたり半日後だったり、それを見るたびになんとなくわかるんだ。ああ、今学校なんだなとか、寝てたんだなとか、返事しようかとちょっと迷ったのかなとか。
Yes, that's what friends are. Oh.
わかるんだよ、どんな顔してるか。変だよね。私にとって友達って多分そんな感じ。全然はっきりしてないんだけどさ、でも多分そんな感じ。
Totally agree.
ごめんね、何の解決にもなってないかも。メリークリスマスハッピーバースデー。
Yep, happy birthday.
ゆずきちゃん、この前誕生日だったでしょ。でもあの頃私たち船酔いしてばっかりでごめんね。こうなったら南極でお祝いしようって決まりが言い出して、由美子さんに材料分けてもらって。まあいびつなとこはイメージで補正してもらえれば。
He's gonna cry.
おめでとうおめでとう。さあ消して。
Aww.
また最初会った時もそうだったよな。
Damn. This is one part that I actually feel.
ゆずきちゃん。
You sneezed all over the cake? Yeah, alright. Oh wow. Hmm.
でもさ、ああやって突き詰めて考えるとよくわからないよな。友達？うん。うわぁ、焼却するとこんなに少なくなるんだね。これでも1年分のゴミを持って帰ると山のようになるらしいけど。
And she dropped the honorifics.
友達って多分ひらがな一文字だ。なんだその名言。でもひなたのよりはマシかも。でしょ。
Ne. Oh man, I love this so much. It's even really hard to put into words, but I love it. Alright, see you after this. See you guys after this. Man, oh man. How is this series so damn good? Right? Like, I really can't put my finger on it. I mean, it's not really talking about anything particularly epic or whatnot, or, you know, the scale isn't grand. I mean, sure, they've got this entire Antarctica backstory and whatnot, but that's not even, you know, the real focal point of most of the episodes anyways, and definitely not the reason why, you know, the subject matter is not the reason why I'm in love with this series so much, right? Like, honestly, right now, even without reaching the end yet, I can honestly say that this is probably one of my favorite series of all time. Like, not literally like top 5, top 10 favorite, but definitely in a place where I would highly recommend it to anyone who wants to watch anime. Like, just general anime, just general viewers in general, right? Like, it doesn't specifically have to be people who like a particular genre or whatnot. And, you know, I will fully admit, I have a bias towards cute girls doing cute things, this type of genre, but most of the time I still put it, view it in sort of a a more neutral manner, right? Like, I know that this is something that may be particularly compelling to me for my interest, but with this series, I don't feel that way. I feel like this is something that you would enjoy regardless of whether or not you like the genre or not. And I don't know. It's really hard for me to describe what I particularly love about this episode. Like, I could totally guess what was going to coming, right? That was going to come. That ending was, I basically called that from the middle part. But still, that didn't stop me from feeling moved by the birthday scene. And if you guys are my old viewers, you should know that it's really hard for me to actually, feel, get really emotional over an anime beyond just laughter, right? Like, laughs is one thing, getting me to cry, and I will fully admit I shed a tear there. I don't know, it's just, it kind of hit a particular chord for me, like the intricacies of friendship, let's just say. And like, for instance, that scene where Kimari was explaining how she messaged with Megu using Line, right? And again, for any of you guys who don't know, Line is the instant messaging platform of choice in Japan, and a select few other countries as well. That's also the instant messaging platform that I use the most, and that's used in my country the most. And the thing here is, what's really funny is Line has this sort of message read feature, right? Which Kimaru sort of explained within this episode. I guess for those of you who don't live outside the, I guess, 3 countries that Line is popular in, it's sort of similar to, for instance, Facebook Messenger, and where I think it also, I remember it also has something like message read, that kind of thing, or it's similar to the double blue check marks in WhatsApp. I don't use iOS, but I presume iOS has something similar to that as well. And the funny thing to me is that I'm a person that actually doesn't really like chatting over instant messaging. I guess I'm a little bit more conventional in this sort of way. With friends, I really much prefer face-to-face meetings and chatting then, right? I typically don't chat over instant messaging that much. And there's this sort of social etiquette in regards to instant messaging, especially in regards with these type of messengers, which actually allow people to know that you've read their message. Like, it's almost there's almost this unspoken rule that you shouldn't leave other people hanging, right? Like, if you read somebody, if you read somebody else's message and then you don't do any reaction or have any response to it, that's considered rude and not good instant messaging etiquette, right? But for someone like me who's not really all that, who doesn't really like chatting via instant messaging all that much, I feel like one of the things that that for me makes me know that I view as a friend and whatnot is that if I'm comfortable. So if we're both comfortable with each other, leaving the other party hanging, right? Like, okay, I send you a message and you read it and you didn't respond to anything. That's cool. We're cool, right? It's not going to affect our relationship in some way. I'm not going to feel like you're rude or anything. It's just that, right? I mean, you could even say quote-unquote relationship goals, even though I feel like that's mostly used towards couples and whatnot. But still, it's this sort of comfortableness with the other party, whereas you don't have to keep on second-guessing them, and you don't have to keep on second-guessing their intentions and whatnot, and worrying about like whether or not you offended them or so on and so forth. That's what friends are, right? That's what close friends are. And I don't know, it just resonated a lot with me in regards to her manner of describing it in this episode. And honestly, I feel like the overall message of friendship should resonate with a lot of viewers as well. I mean, typically, not to be stereotypical, but typically anime viewers, especially those who watch series like these, will probably be more introverted, myself included. And so we're probably more familiar with a small group but close group of friends, right? Versus a more extroverted person might have a lot of friends and whatnot, but and so on and so forth, right? Like, there's a difference there. So I feel like this episode in particular, and the topics that it's talking about, the dynamic that these 4 girls have, it really I feel like it should resonate with a lot of people as well. So do let me know. Like, let me know if you guys feel something similar to that as well. And it's not even, a case of age, right? Like, I am much, much, much older than the girls within the anime right here, but still, it applies. It definitely applies. And I did like that entire ending scene as well. And again, that's something that it's really, really hard to put into words as to why I love it so much. So, and just a quick explanation for those of you who don't know the intricacies of the Japanese language and the polite form and whatnot. So originally Yuzu was writing "arigatou gozaimasu," which is the the more formal, polite manner of saying thank you, right? And then at the very end there, she was basically like she dropped the formalities, she dropped the polite tense, and basically just said "arigato," and then ended it with a "ne," which they translated to right. In this episode, it's not wrong. Like "ne" could definitely be translated as right, and the "ne" at the very end there, it's not wrong per se. It's just that there's just this very special. I don't know how to say it. There's a different feeling, rather than just saying right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not that. I mean, I was raised in the States and whatnot, but I feel like maybe since it's been so long since I've really spoke with natural speakers and whatnot in such an informal manner, it's hard for me to say if this is actually the if it actually conveys the correct meaning, right? Like, there's not really a good way for me to describe this. The closest thing I can think of in terms of an example would be the instant one, the one that's popping into my head right now is the "What's up" commercial. Like, you guys know about that one? I hope you knew. Yeah, if not, just type into Google "What's up" and you would see the commercials, right? Like, it's just a meaningless. I mean, you can't really say it's meaningless, but it's just that sort of a feeling that you get with friends, like "What's up?" It's like that kind of feeling, which is conveyed by that "ne" at the end right there, and no, I love it. I just love it. To watch them, watch their friendship grow, and watch its parallels with real life examples as well. And man, I realized I've talked for 9 minutes already, and I hopefully you guys can get what I'm feeling from this episode, because it's really hard to describe in words. And man, like I said at the very beginning, I am absolutely in love with these four, and I can't believe that there was no sequel announced for this. Like, 13 episodes for this is like way too short. Although I guess I haven't watched it till the end there, so perhaps the ending of this makes it so that it's really hard for them to have a sequel to it, right? And if so, well, I guess that's that. But I don't know. I already mentioned from the beginning few episodes that I felt like this was going to be a series where I'd be very sad once it eventually ended, and 10 episodes in, and that feeling is only getting stronger. But well, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? So anyways, I will see you guys next week as well. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye.